So.
This seems like a prophecy time frame.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see here.
And I'm at 5 active now. Like that,
Okay.
I was... When you're
So
at your
you're
max...
above now.
Yeah, that's
Well,
when
your
you're...
max is 4. Right?
That's what I mean. When you're at your max, do you incur stuff?
If
Like-
you cast another spell, it'd be 1 reach more.
Okay, so...
Okay, let's see here.
And then she also said if we let them go, we will most likely not get to our destination. Like almost certainly, but she said nothing is certain.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Like that, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah. All right then. Okay. Well.
I think I've relayed. I think I've relayed everything now. Because I mean, I wanted to do it role play e.
You. Sam takes a look at you with the his wizard eyes that he still has going on. Was about to suggest maybe recombining your spells to save some slots, but it's like, you can't. Anyways.
I'm almost out of willpower.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm out of willpower.
Okay.
You have the confused thing. Your brain still feels kind of addled.
So that would be another reason why I wouldn't mind having a redo at the hedge gate.
I think if you just have a little bit of time to clear your head, you should be able to resolve that condition.
Okay. How long have we been going at this?
You're not sure. Well,
Well,
you're a time wizard.
yeah, I was gonna say like I might know, and also that spell I put
the
up on
actual
Joey.
time
Yep.
is much less than the time that it's felt like.
Okay.
It feels like it's been hours. It's probably only been like an hour.
Okay.
At most.
The spell on Joey was only a scene.
Okay. Yeah, it would end at this point.
Okay. I'm back down to 4 active.
If you have any boons you'd like to give our friends on their journey, now would be a good time. The shell, I fear, is expiring soon. At the end of the scene.
Huh. I don't know what I would give them to. I guess I could give them Veil. But I don't know. What should
Aren't
I?
you the luck wizard?
You already gave him Veil, right?
Oh yeah, it's on all of us now. That's because I put it on us too, and then I refreshed it to put it on everybody.
So I'll say, just to expedite that a little bit. If you let them go,
Yep.
they will get out safe.
Like.
All right.
That is based on what you talked to the fate lady about. That is all but certain at this point.
Oh yeah, I did say it. Like
You have gone far enough to get out normally,
Yep.
but the fact that you guys are here and are causing metaphysical issues is preventing you, or making you have to get way more successes than you.
Okay, so yeah, so if we go back in time, we want to let them leave first.
I mean, you could just let them go right now, and they would
Yeah.
probably be able to get out pretty quickly.
All right,
Where's
so I
the,
guess I look over to Amadine and be like, all right, so yeah, if they leave now, they get out. Are we pretty sure that, 100% that we're done with their help because it's gonna cost them their lives?
Can you hear yourself talking right now?
Well, you know what I mean. Like, they haven't died yet, are we?
Point
Are
of
they?
clarification: it won't cost them their lives, just their minds.
Or minds? Sorry. It'll cost them their wits and minds as we progress. Whereas it hasn't happened yet, and we can help deter that. So do we want them to help us as long as they can until we can't help them any longer? Or just let them go now?
We're gonna let them go now.
Okay, there we go.
Yes.
See, that's why I'm glad there's two of us, because otherwise I'd be sitting here debating that forever with myself.
Glad I can help you make a decision for a change.
Yes.
Okay, so Sam's going to turn to the group of four, who I'm
Yep.
sure are somewhat baffled by this conversation.
I mean, I assume you guys were having like an aside, like kind of whispering to each other.
I don't know.
I
might
mean,
have.
Sam wasn't being particularly quiet.
I wasn't.
Okay. So they if they're listen, I mean,
It's a small bubble.
All right.
okay. So it looks like Joey and Carver were both listening to you. The other two were kind of lost in their own thoughts.
Yep.
They caught enough to kind of get the idea of what's going on.
Yep.
All right. So Sam is going to give them the what's what with the old, what's the spell name? Freaking Words of Truth, man.
Joey or?
Yep.
Do it. All right. It's just a 2-dot spell. I'm gonna chuck some dice on the table. So I don't
I'm
have
just
to
gonna
click
chuck
buttons.
some dice. When in doubt, throw it out.
Blam. Hey, there's at least a success in there.
All right.
All right.
What are you gonna say?
With the reach for things. Anyways.
Yeah, you just need instant cast and duration.
Well, yeah, no, but there's a reach in the spell description that I would like to do.
Oh, what does that do?
The mage's words don't merely ring with truth, they call to action. If the listener goes along with the mage, they gain the inspired condition.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure that our conversation was slightly confusing, but here's the lowdown.
Yeah, here's the everything.
Gray and I, lost travelers, are, well, the world wants us to stay lost, we'll say. You four, the world has no quarrel with. We intend to leave you four now to carry on through the hedge, and if you do so and stick together, the fates we have consulted say you will make it. If you do arrive in Santa Fe, there's a
Ophelia? What's her name?
Oh yeah, I could do that one. That makes sense. Here, there are. Let's see here.
Oh, shit.
There is a lady who lives at Amodine's home address. Who, if you tell her I sent you, will help you.
Oh yeah, the changelings are near your place.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
Go now. The sphere is dropping.
Joey kind of just. So, what are you gonna do?
Get that fuck out of here.
We're gonna do what we always do. Figure it out.
Yeah. And I
You
chuckle
might
just
still
like
be able to escape. I'm not don't seem to understand what exactly you're saying about you're lost, but
If
there are other places that the hedge connects to than the real world. Maybe you can find your way into one of those and
oh,
I don't know,
That's a good
get
thought.
out some other way.
That is a good thought. Thank you, Joey.
is there anything we should be
Where's the
wary
hedge on
of?
the chart? Oh, Arcadia Hedge. Okay. Arcadia Hedge. Oh, we could go to Shadow Earth. Anyways.
Yes, there are paths.
We could go to the Autochthonous Depth. I don't know what that is. Anyways, yeah. Sam hopes that was a rousing speech. Boom, get that motivation up.
So like as you say those words and the echoes of pure absolute truth resonate through them. You see a little bit of like focus return to you from the four, and they are armed with the determination to continue forward. Joey kind of looks at the two of you and says, I wish I could help you get out all the way. It helped us a lot.
That's if you did help us, all of our work would be for naught. I'd rather just see you home.
Kind of says, I feel like I should give you something, but don't have anything.
What do you got? Give me a hug, Joey.
Oh, he'll give you a hug.
All right.
He says, if you do make it back, then try and find us. We owe you.
All right.
We'll help.
Sam will nod.
And I give him a card for Daz.
Okay. He's like, who's this?
This is one of my friends. Well, pretty much my only. Well, I look at Amadine. I'm like, well, one of my good friends.
Aww. Let's see here.
All right. He nods and
If
just
you,
holds it because he doesn't have. Well, no, he does have pockets in his little like cloak. A lot of pockets. All right.
He'll help you out
So-
with anything you need. Tell him to set you up with anything.
he
He kind of nods.
specializes in illegal stuff. Sam rolls his eyes.
Yep. See, then I totally had this thought though that, well, if we don't exist in that timeline, Lily won't know what's going on, and neither will Daz. But whatever, things for later.
At the very least, I'm going to put them within a block or a mile of other changelings.
Yep.
Address.
And Daz is weird enough to just help rando strangers with a good story anyway.
Yeah.
Well, one lady is made out of rock, but you know.
Right. He'll enjoy
It's one of the cult things. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He'll enjoy that.
Well, I mean, this form that is theirs, it would not be visible real world without special sight such as your own.
Oh, right.
Normally, they just look like people with maybe some occasional like odd features.
People just forget that they've seen something weird.
That will. It's just an active illusion for them.
Oh, okay.
They have
Well, they'll forget.
a mask, but anyways. Okay, so you're gonna drop the spell and let your guides go.
Yeah. Seeing as there's abyss above and below us, can I drop one of the spells in that?
Not abyss. Decidedly not abyss.
Okay. Right. seeing as there is not ground below us,
Yeah.
can I drop just the eradication part of the combined spell and not the floaty part?
Not really. Unfortunately.
Fine. So here's what we're gonna
I
do.
mean, this is weird because like this spell definitely did. I mean, eradicated energy, and it maybe worked a little bit different because this is like not a super like grounded dimension. So you're not entirely sure what will happen when you drop it, but it'll probably be fine.
Alright, so Amadine assumes the vines are gonna slam back in, but yeah, we'll see. So what Sam's gonna do is he's gonna cast what's the name of the spell again? The flying one. Levitation.
Wait, so
He's
did
gonna
they
cast
leave?
levitation again on the party and then drop the big old combined one.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So did they leave?
Well,
No,
we're getting ready to,
Dropping the defenses.
Oh, yep.
in a safe way so that we don't fall into space. Yeah.
I like. Is there a way? I'm like now before they go, Amadon. I have some ways to tie us to them. Like, should we try and do that? Like,
Oh,
would
like
that?
give them a little a line for us to follow after?
Yeah.
Maybe. What did you have in mind?
I'd have to look. But I just thought about that as an option.
I'm not terribly certain we should mess with fate at this particular juncture.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Because I wouldn't want to rock the boat for
Yep.
them.
Like they're already gonna hopefully get home because of this, and if I tweak it and mess with it, they might their ride
Yeah.
might get bumpy.
Yeah, the quote, all but certain.
Yeah.
The as all fate mages say, fate's a vindictive bitch.
I've got a different sort of plan.
All right.
So you cast your levitate spell. Dice.
7 successes, because we just have a lot of dice these days.
Yep. Damn. All right. So you do that as you do. The vines and the thorns kind of like coil back in around you. It's less like the vines actually move around you and more like space just like warps back into position around you. Fairly quickly.
All right.
And with one kind of like last look and a wave back at you, the group of changelings dash forward into the shrubs of the hedge.
All right. And I'm going to grab Gray's hands before the vines hit us.
After
Yeah.
about a second of they as soon as they are like out of your sight, they are gone. And you feel the great alien consciousness of this place just looming around you.
Woo. So,
All right.
what are you thinking, Sam? Do we do a redo, or
No.
we go from here?
I reckon we've been in here a bit. I don't want to turn around when we're already halfway there.
Right.
Halfway to somewhere.
Halfway to somewhere, indeed. You have fateful things where we can find like what we're looking for, the correct path, that sort of deal.
Yeah, I put that on Joey. You saw how well that worked.
Well, we'll just have to. Basically, can you find the person who gave me this? And Sam holds up his left hand in wedding ring.
What is it?
Sam gestures to his wedding ring.
Oh. I don't. Huh.
That's more space.
God damn it! All right, but anyways.
Do you want to try and follow the sympathetic link?
Yeah. Or like,
Can I do that?
I don't know.
Do you
Can
have space
think-
magic?
What?
Do you have space magic?
Oh, following a sympathetic link is space?
Yep.
Okay. Then no.
But could you?
I don't think so. Only because, like, I brought this up and we say that it's, I have to have our full timeline to do it.
Don't really have much of a timeline.
I mean, have we put a point into anything since we got back?
No.
Nuts. I think you're right. I pointed into Gnosis, I think, but
I think I have enough. I could put in some space.
yeah. How much space do we need though?
Probably
A lot.
Probably a lot.
Probably a lot.
So, looking around you at this point, so, now that you've stopped and you kind of you don't actually know which way they went anymore,
Yeah.
just because of how twisting this place is.
And I'm sure it hardly matters.
But you both feel like there's an easier direction to go in.
Okay.
Kind of like downhill almost. Like the thorns seem a little bit less close together in that direction. Like the easier path.
Let's see. Somewhere, perhaps.
Somewhere you're
not
supposed
sure.
to be. Which
Somewhere
may
with-
not be where you want to be, but
Somewhere we're supposed to be.
or closer to where you're supposed to be.
So we're supposed to be
Somewhere that we're less not supposed to be.
Yeah.
somewhere where we're supposed to be is in a fucking pit of annihilation.
think like your water that's trying to go uphill,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a ravine that's rolling downhill.
Okay. You had some questions on prophecy, yeah?
There's still 4 left.
Are these the yes/no questions?
Yes. What is the better? Yes, no, with more explanation.
These are the what ifs.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. What if?
What if we followed this sensation of easier direction?
Oh.
Kind of thing, right?
I think. Yeah. Like. Do we?
What if we held hands and followed the path of least resistance?
Do we? Does it? Yeah. Does it get to where? Does it help our situation? I guess.
If you did that, you would be able to get out of the hedge and Arcadia.
Ooh.
You would be in a different place, kind of a sidestep back to reality more than anything.
All right. So it's basically all we did a side quest and saved some people. That's that's what we're taking away from this.
Right. Well, I mean, we also did get up the level to the castle, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you got your way out of the lower depths that way.
yeah.
You get the idea that like this does not connect to the lower depths, so you wouldn't be going back all the way to where you started, but you would not also be going to Earth.
The forest where things don't die.
Yeah.
God, what a place. Right. Okay.
It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, instead of 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Yep. We were in a rocket ship trying to get to space, but parabolic arc and whatnot.
Yeah.
Uh,
Whatever metaphor you want to use.
Sure. Yeah, I'm for it. If nothing else, adventure awaits.
Yeah. Tally fucking ho. Sally.
Yes, master.
Do you know of the surrounding realms? Like where we have the potential to come out?
I am not familiar with this cursed shrubbery, fortunately. I know not where these paths might lead.
Okay, but so are there attaching realms to Arcadia? Like
I believe
adjacent ones?
From my understanding, as limited as it may be, this hedge that we are within is encompassing this unpleasant Arcadian realm, and this hedge is connected to other places. I do not know these paths or places, however.
It can go anywhere.
Not anywhere, just elsewhere.
Yeah. Until we know everywhere it can go anywhere as far as we know.
Sure.
All right. Thank you. Grim and informative.
Maybe just grim this time.
All right. So what path are you taking?
What is it? The one of least resistance? What is there downhill you're talking about?
The path of least resistance or the path of most resistance?
Give me the one where I have to take a shotgun blast to the face every 12 minutes.
That's a different path.
Oh, okay.
You haven't found
Surprisingly, though, I think we would be able to survive that. In our own ways.
in your own. As long as you're ready for it.
Yep, mine's on the preventative end of things, and yours is on the
Ultra preventative?
we'll just keep experiencing that over and over again sort of way.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Downhill.
Okay. So your acceleration stuff, that's also active, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
How long did it last for?
that's on for a scene.
All of mine were for more than a scene.
So
Okay.
never mind. Mine is off.
More.
Okay. So acceleration's gone?
Yep. Yes.
All right. So moving forward right now. Let's see. You're going to. Oh, but you don't have the.
Also, I guess I asked Prophecy if I use time, like shifting sands, to go back in time, to go back before we enter the hedge maze, does that bring our changeling friends back with us.
Well, I mean, yes, because you would be reversing time, but also it's been too long for shifting sands.
Okay, if I did
been
the
over an
bigger
hour.
one.
Yeah. I mean, it reverses time, so like you just go back to the moment before you went in there. So yes, it will bring it back
Wow.
because in
And
the
I will have
past
no
they
memories
were
of
there.
what happened.
Also that.
So I'm just wondering if it, basically, if that would supersede, all the other shit going on here.
I mean, there will be nothing different going on here. You'll just know about it ahead of time. That's the only difference.
Ah. Okay. I guess if we have to do a panic reset button, I'm trying to gauge of how far back to go. And it seems this might be a decent spot. This little pocket you made.
Moment of respite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Assuming that the next leg of the journey has you run into some problem.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of like, I'm doing that all the time. Like I'm making little like tick boxes of save. I'm making save points.
Yeah. Mental save points.
Yeah, I meant of like where it would be good to go back to.
So for this next section here, you don't have acceleration. However, it seems easier. Like I said, you're walking downhill. So you are going to make this roll at you still have kinetic or velocity control, so this is going to be at +2 dice.
Okay.
So this is it'll be a wits and athletics roll as you go winding through this maze of thorns
+2?
at +2.
Ah.
And you take the lower of your guys' total.
I got 2 dice.
2 success.
Yes, sir.
I got 2 successes.
Okay. Well, 2 successes is enough,
Woo!
bringing you up to 8. Were you to continue going down the previous path, it would have been 5 more successes than this, and you would have had the steeper penalty.
Oh.
Yeah, you were.
We were
Was that your water flowing uphill?
running out of retries with the gnosis penalties.
Yep. Ever increasing stress on your mind. And then
We were
things would start getting
kayaking upstream, up a waterfall.
real bad. Yep. And you made progress, which is impressive.
Yeah.
I was like, man,
So-
we're getting hammered here with the rolls we're bad at.
Yeah. So you guys make your way through, and like, it seems as though the hedge has accepted your defeat as some kind of like price that it has exacted, and it lets you go. It doesn't let you go gently, but it lets you go easier than you think it would have if you had continued to persist. And you find as you move forward another little while, you end up the thorns and vines transform into like stone, like cavern walls and moss.
I didn't have very much of that on my plate.
And you still have like the vines twining around it, but it slowly transitions into this subterranean passageway that you guys walk through for a time until you feel as though you have exited the hedge. Instead, you're now in this like sort of underground
Underground?
network of tunnels.
Sally, you know where we are.
Yes. I
Oh, Heather.
am not sure as of yet, but it is familiar feeling.
All right, that's a start. Thank you.
You continue onwards, winding through these tunnels. So now that you are, I'll get to the kind of venue, but you move through the tunnels, just kind of like wandering to try and find a landmark or some sort, and you eventually come out into a cavern, a very large cavern. You see kind of like there are like cracks and paths along the cliffs, but before you, there is like, so this is like Underdark kind of stuff.
Right. That's
So-
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like before you, there is this vast, like maze that looks like just like a massive graveyard, of
Oh,
like
boy.
wrought iron fences, tombstones, and mausoleums.
What? All right.
And you see kind of like, in the center of the of this massive graveyard, there is a like a castle that is alit with this pale sort of like reddish light.
Princess, but you're, or sorry, Mario, your princess is in another castle.
The castle looks like it's in disrepair and like it was besieged like a dozen times over, and nobody really bothered to repair it. And looking across the graves, you see that there seems to be like a very wide mix of like styles of grave. Like there are more contemporary looking cemeteries. There are like ancient cairns.
Ancient Karens, the first of the kind.
Yeah, and just like, you know, very like worn down mossy stones and all sorts. And there is kind of like a mist or like a fog through this place, which obscures vision of details. But you see like flickering shapes and movement walking through the stones,
Ooh.
and the occasional pinpoint of flame. This place is
Is it like
occupied.
it is occupied? It was their figures.
Figures or beasts, it's hard to tell from this distance.
So I assume it's pretty dark in here.
It is pretty dark in here. There is some kind of like glow almost from the various like lights, and there are like cracks in the ceiling and floor, some of which are like glowing with like light from maybe lava. You must be pretty deep in the ground.
All right. Well, when it's this dark, you have two options. You either turn all the lights on, or you go invisible. What are we doing?
I'm gonna do see in the dark.
Or that. See, if you're gonna do that, you might as well go invisible too.
So while you as you have gotten out of the hedge, you're not tired, but you feel the like mental toll. Gray, you are still confused. You will remain to be so unless you kind of stop and take a moment to just kind of like clear your head.
What's a moment?
Half an hour.
We can do that. Got bashing damage.
Right here?
Wow.
At the moment, you're kind of like up against the wall of the cavern. There's a lot of like bushes and like vines and shrubs and stuff here. So there's a decent amount of cover where you are here. You see there's other like tunnels nearby.
Do I feel time?
Yes.
Alright. I will start resting then. For
Alright.
the half hour. And I will... And I'm kind of telling Amidine this. If anything happens, I'm going to throw up, like, temporal pocket to give us more time to...
Yes.
To
Live in
think.
tiny huts.
What? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So as you kind of sit down to rest, Sally speaks up and he says, "Ah, yes, I know where we are.
Ooh. Please tell me.
The underworld.
Oh, this is where you wanted
Land
us to...
of the dead.
This is where you wanted us to come before, isn't it?
No, we would have been in the Inferno,
Oh, hell.
which is
Yeah.
deeper, beyond the deepest point in the underworld and across the oceans of oblivion.
Shit.
We are significantly higher than that.
Oh, good. So not that bad then.
No, could be worse.
The
Could be better, but I'd take it.
Have you heard of? Well, okay. Have I heard of the Gauntlet? And then have you heard of the Gauntlet?
You speak of the passage between the spirit world and the material world. Yes. I know of it.
Are we close to that?
It is not associated with the underworld. We must, to be gone from this place, we must rise from the depths and find a Avernian gate to emerge back into your world.
All right.
Would imagine, given how reality seemed to reject you, that there may be some resistance from guardians of this place in you emerging. They are jealous of those who have the volition to rise up back to reality and seek to keep you beat down here to die in misery. Fester for all eternity.
Grim and informative.
But, my master, we are on the right path. That with my guidance, we can emerge and return to your world, where we will make our place. Despite what this reality of yours insists.
All right.
All right. I got a spell coming up here.
As peppy as he gets.
He's like, yes, you are doing well in this harrowing dark dungeon. Anyways.
I'll be right back. Grabbing a drink.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm doing a triple spell again because I like my boss to take up fewer slots
Yep,
because I can.
you got the dice, so.
Yeah. So I got night vision. For night vision.
Yep.
Or the reach on night vision. So that flashbangs don't,
Why not?
you know,
Why not? It's a 1-dot, so.
yeah. Combined with environmental shield, because I feel like it. I don't have a good reason for that one. I'm worried that fire is or something could happen.
Fire could always happen.
Yeah.
You never know when fire might happen.
Yeah. Combined with zoom in.
Zoom in. Let's zoom in.
We can see far good.
Is that, I assume that's a forces spell?
It is.
Oh,
a forces
okay, it's a
spell.
2 forces spell. All right.
2 forces spell. I'm doing the reach for see clearly at your distance of 1 mile per dot of forces.
Okay, sure.
And the reach for subject no longer suffers penalties from atmospheric conditions. So like
Nice.
through that fog. And yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, so you're just like, well, I can see through this fog. Fuck your
Draw
atmosphere, Ben. I see how it is.
Draw distance.
Yeah. Turn that up.
Install a mod for very far.
Yep. Oh no, this place wasn't designed to render that far. Now you get some texture popping.
Goodness. Three successes.
Well done.
Oh, duration's a year as well.
Of course. Why wouldn't it?
Yeah. Potency's only 1 though.
Okay. So
Mark that down.
Yep. You cast that, and you vision sharpens. You're able to study this place in much greater detail now. So while you're resting, if there's anything that you want to look at to see if you can discern some more information about your surroundings, by all means, ask.
Yeah, the castle seems like a good place to start.
Okay. So looking towards it now, like its finer features were obscured by the mist before, and the darkness probably.
Yep.
Now you can see that it's less of like a singular castle and more of like if someone took just like a bunch of castles and just kind of like dumped them all into a pile, and
Oh, no.
and then the results somehow worked itself out into something that vaguely resembles a castle.
Oh.
And that is a similar theme looking around in the other areas. You can see kind of like scattered buildings and stuff as well, just kind of littered through this cavern. And they all come from like different time periods. One through line that you observe is that they are all in ruin, and they all seem to be like marred by like decay or like rot. Or just like disrepair. And looking out, you see that there, like, especially near the buildings, there are piles of like bodies.
Okay.
Some of them are burned.
Right. But this place has the concept of rotting, I'm sure. So these are like corpses.
Yep.
Unlike that other place where they were just like a mountain of fresh bodies.
Yeah, I mean, what Sally says is true, and you're in the underworld, and this is a place of death and undeath.
Oh boy.
This is where ghosts go. And
Oh, shit.
those who die terrible deaths. Well, all those who die. It's just that those who die terrible deaths tend to linger around.
Yeah, why is rage one of the most powerful emotions?
Gray, while you guys are resting here and looking out, I want you to give me a... Well, I need you to make a roll for this. No, I don't think I do.
What am I giving you? My soul? I already
You're
given
not
you
giving
that.
me anything. I'm giving you something.
Sweet.
So
Is
because
it
of your 4-dot attunement in Fate, which allows you to detect if your destiny is being altered or similar things,
Yeah.
it doesn't really go off, but you get the sensation.
Yeah.
Sensation. Oh my god.
There it is.
As you enter in here and kind of look around, there are laws, like metaphysical, or not necessarily metaphysical, but there are absolute laws within this realm that the denizens and those there are bound to obey.
All right. Is prophecy still up?
Yes. Alright, I mean, I don't know. Do you have more questions?
Yeah.
If so, yeah.
There's 3 left. Ooh. Are the... I guess the words you used, you know, are the laws in place of this realm, will they affect our spellcasting? When I say our, mine and Amadine.
In this particular region of the underworld, it will not.
Okay.
I should also note that these laws, you don't have to follow them. There is no compulsion to follow them.
Okay.
But there are unavoidable consequences to breaking them. We'll put it that way.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to cast... Let's see. How many do I have up? Oh, cool. I only have 3 up. So I'm going to cast Superlative Luck and give myself Informed and know what the fucking rules are.
Informed.
I think that's how that works.
Look at that spell. I believe that gives you bonuses to rolls to find out information.
Okay.
Character with Informed might gain its benefit with research. When you make a roll related to the topic, you may choose to resolve this condition. If you resolve it and the roll fails, it is instead considered to have it. Okay. Yep. So you cast that, and you feel as though you will probably be able to figure out the laws fairly quickly.
Okay. Alright, I'll work on that while I'm resting.
Just thinking about it, sitting here, they don't magically come to you,
Yep.
but you feel like you'll probably figure it out
Okay.
before you need to know, at least, you know,
Yep.
when the time comes, as fate is.
Yep.
I should mention that casting the spell I just did took half hour.
Okay, that works. So you cast that as Gray cleared his head. Is that Gray? You no longer have confused condition.
2 points
What
of
is-
damage.
Yep, you regain 2 points of bashing damage if you have any damage sustained.
How about the willpower?
Nope.
Okay.
Willpower is like when you sleep for the night, man.
Yep. Well,
Nope.
except for not for Gray.
I was wondering if I got the 1 back that I lost from being confused. Just wondering.
You do not get that back.
Okay.
That was a permanent law.
Alright. While you were gone, Mike, I cast a combo spell on us.
Oh, like a Big Mac combo?
You what?
Like a Big Mac combo?
It's a big combo, but it's kind of subtle. Not
Okay.
really. We have environmental shield because I felt like it and had its base,
Yep.
and then we have night vision, and we also have eagle eyes. You can see things clearly for up to 5 miles distant
Hey.
through mist and fog and rain.
Wow.
Pretty nice.
All right, so what do we see?
There's a castle over there, and it's made out of dead castles stacked on top of each other.
Pretty
What?
much, yeah.
Like a bunch of castles from a bunch of different eras that have all died, and then like another one has been plopped on top. And
What do you
all of
mean-
the bricks are broken and rumbling and falling apart.
What do you mean died?
It's
Like
a
they're-
heaping pile of castle corpses.
Ruins.
All right. That's pretty goddamn metal.
Yeah. There's also regular corpses too, but this is like where castles come to die, I guess.
I guess prophecy is that where do we want to go to the castle to help us get home?
If you go to the castle, will that help you get home?
Yes.
It could. It could also greatly hinder you.
Oh. Well, there you go, Amadine. 50-50 castle time.
My interpretation of that is make a bargain with inanity.
Yep.
There is also, now that you have the expanded range of sight, you see that on the kind of like you guys are looking out of this to you're up against the wall, and then like to your left, to the left of the castle, and like kind of beyond the graveyards, you see there is like the cavern wall kind of like ends and like collapses down into like a tunnel, and you see near the mouth of the tunnel and kind of running along the wall of the cavern there is a river.
Mm-hmm. Follow the river.
Is the river going towards or away from the castle? Sorry.
The river is kind of like beyond the castle, running sort of parallel to where you are.
Okay.
I bet the
So,
river is
Yeah,
the
it's
river
not really going
Styx.
towards or away from the castle.
Is the river Styx?
Maybe. It's
Maybe.
the underworld, right?
You're right.
Are you going to spend a prophecy question on that?
Oh, no, I didn't even think about it, but no.
I'm just going to assume it is.
Yeah, me too. I look for the boatman, for the ferryman.
Yeah.
Well, I mean you're pretty far away, but you also do have. I'm gonna make you make a wits and composure roll for that.
Yep. And then one.
One success.
Yep.
Okay, so you kind of comb the river, like zooming in with your magically enhanced sight, and you first of all, you see the river. It's like it looks like gray sludge more
Oh.
than like water. It's like the most polluted you could possibly imagine, like just real nasty.
Doesn't have to be gross. It could be like
you
ethereal.
No, it's gray sludge.
Damn.
And you do, however, see, like, kind of near the bend of the river where it turns into, like, the tunnel.